Amsterdam is the capital of the Netherlands and an absolutely fabulous city to visit, best known for its charming system of canals and bridges that connect and surround the city center. This matrix of waterways is lined with houseboats on the water and narrow townhouses on the adjacent streets, displaying a fascinating architectural mix of both medieval and contemporary structures. Taking a boat ride on a canal is the absolute best activity during a visit here, while sitting and watching the myriad styles of boats plying the canals is a great way to pass the time. Same for riding the ferry across the busy Amstel River from downtown, which is a fun, free way to get out on the water and see the city. With its complete walkability, handful of world-class museums and art galleries, vibrant nightlife, and loads of parks and green spaces to enjoy, it's easy to recognize why Amsterdam is such an appealing destination for so many visitors. Plus, the vibrant bike infrastructure and culture is an inspiring example for other cities to aspire to. Fanning out from Amsterdam Central Station, a major transportation hub with international trains, local buses, light rail, and ferries, are a progressive series of semicircular canals that traverse and connect the downtown area. In this video, we recommend our 8 favorite neighborhoods and the best hotels and attractions in each. Before we go any further, know that everything you see featured in this video, plus in-depth travel guides to all of Europe's leading destinations, including Paris, London, Rome, Athens, Barcelona, Lisbon, and many more, can be found on our site at santorinidave.com. To go with this video, we've got 2 great maps showing Amsterdam's best neighborhoods and best hotels that we'll link to in the description below. Here are our 8 favorite neighborhoods in Amsterdam that we recommend for tourists: City Center, Western Canal Belt, Southern Canal Belt, Jordaan, Oud-Zuid, de Pijp District, de Plantage and Amsterdam East, and Amsterdam North. We begin with the city center, the heart of the city, packed with medieval architecture and tons of tourists. That's also charming and romantic to stroll through. The area is full of shopping options, including both local handicrafts and international department stores. The downtown location is close to most everything, which makes it a great choice to stay for first-time visitors. A maze of narrow cobblestone alleys spread out from the Grand Dam Square, where you'll find the Royal Palace, Old Church, New Church, and South Church, and the increasingly less seedy but still quite active Red Light District. Other prominent attractions in the city center include the historical De Haaf Gatehouse, which is now a restaurant, and Amsterdam's small Chinatown. On the eastern edge of the district is the Jodenbuurt area, which is home to the Old Jewish Quarter, where visitors can find the Rembrandt House, the Dutch National Opera and Ballet, the Jewish Museum, and tour the historic Portuguese synagogue. Our favorite hotels in the city center include De La Europe Hotel, Art Hotel, The Craftsman, Kimpton de Wit, Sofitel Legend the Grand, Hotel 27, and W Amsterdam. Up next is the Western Canal Belt, located in between the city center and Jordaan areas. This confined network of canals and streets is a UNESCO World Heritage Site, comprised of 4 distinct and interconnected canals. The area is home to some of the city's finest hotels, and a collection of old and very picturesque townhomes, giving it a very romantic feel. Here, you'll find the Anne Frank House, a popular attraction which draws hordes of tourists, as well as the Westerkerk, the resting place of Rembrandt. Canalside is the Homo Monument, dedicated to people persecuted because of their sexual orientation, while the neighborhood known as 9 Streets is full of hip cafes and boutiques and a huge variety of restaurants. Other attractions include the Museum of the Canals, as well as the funky Embassy of the Free Mind Museum and Library. Hotels in the Western Canal Belt that we recommend include Anda's Prinsengracht, the Dillon, Pulitzer, and the Torin. The Southern Canal Belt area follows along the just-mentioned 9 Streets zone, where you'll find the streets feel more open and the houses more grand. Visitors will enjoy foam contemporary arts, the Cat and Cabinet Cat Museum, and there are a few special homes that are open to tour, including the Willet Holthuizen Museum. This area is considered to be very LGBTQ+ friendly, with many bars and excellent restaurants, and is also home to the Blumenmarkt, where endless floating stalls that run along the water's edge sell flower bulbs. This is a great area for apartment or studio rentals that can be less expensive than the previously mentioned neighborhoods. In the southern Canal Belt, some good hotels include the Banks Mansion, the Blue Stairs, Hotel 717, and the Waldorf Astoria. Jordaan is located between Amsterdam West and the Western Canal Belt. It was once a solidly working-class neighborhood known for its radical politics. The name comes from the French word for garden, Jordaan, and the local streets are named for plants and flowers. Today, it's become gentrified with more art galleries and niche museums like the Houseboat Museum, Cheese Museum, and Tulip Museum, plus original shops and loads of cafes and restaurants. Jordaan does also retain some of its grittiness and still holds on to its Dutch maritime character. It's a pleasant alternative zone of the city to the central area packed with people. Jordaan isn't well known for its hotels, but smaller guest houses and rentals. A few of our suggestions here include Chris Hotel and Linden Hotel. Oud-Zuid, or Old South, which is also known as the Museum Quarter, is located on the outer ring of the city center to the south. Many visitors come here for what are often seen as three of the world's best art museums: the Rijksmuseum, Van Gogh, and Stedelijk museums, all located around a large central pedestrian plaza. Elsewhere, you'll find wide boulevards with majestic homes, fancy boutiques, and arts venues. The vibrant Vondelpark is a giant green space perfect for a picnic or just sitting and people watching. Another great option here is to rent bikes and explore this fabulous park. This largely residential neighborhood is also a great choice for families visiting Amsterdam, as it's very walkable with many major attractions. Some of the best hotels in Oud-Zuid include Conservatorium, De Weer Jacob Boutique Hotel, Hilton Amsterdam, and Owl Hotel. De Pijp lies on the southeast side of the city and is a great choice for a local vibe. This is a happening multicultural neighborhood packed with bookstores and cafes, antique and secondhand shops, tons of students, young people, and artsy types. There's a giant variety of bars and restaurants, including many ethnic cuisines from around the world, and it's home to the Albert Kuip Street Market, the biggest in the city. Another popular attraction is the large Heineken Experience, a tourable brewery celebrating the famous brand and its vast history. De Pijp is home to some of Amsterdam's fanciest hotels, including Hotel Okura, Amsterdam Pestana, and Sir Albert Hotel. De Plantage in Amsterdam East is directly to the east of the city center and a pleasant, largely residential green area with some delightful attractions. The massive Artist Park area is home to the Artist Zoo, Micropia Museum dedicated to science and more specifically to microbes, and the Groot Museum dedicated to self-discovery, the human body, and life on Earth. There's also the Hermitage Museum, Verzets Museum, and the beautiful Botanical Garden. And Brouwerij Het Ei is one of the city's most popular breweries, located along a canal with a great selection of beers on a sweet outdoor patio in the shade of a wooden windmill. The best hotels in De Plantage in Amsterdam East include Citizen M Amstel, Intercontinental Amstel, and Zoku. And finally, Amsterdam North is a large, sprawling district across the Amstel River, which is easily accessible by multiple free ferries that run frequently from different spots along the city's center side. What used to be the city's maritime industrial center is now one of the hippest areas in town, where old shipbuilding warehouses have been converted into giant art galleries, studio spaces, hotels, and other happening venues. Two different ferries depart from the pier outside Central Station. One goes directly across the river to the Tolhuisten Performance Space, the iFilm Museum celebrating the history of cinema, and the iconic Adam Lookout, where a giant robotic swing oscillates back and forth over the building's edge, with sweeping views of the city across the river. Even if you don't choose to ride the swing, the view from the rooftop is awesome. Another ferry goes to the popular NDSM Wharf area, home to the spectacular Straat Museum of Global Street Art, an outdoor graffiti park, tons of funky cafes and gathering spaces. Our favorites in Amsterdam North include Adam Toren and the unique Faralda Crane Hotel. Check out our many great travel guides that cover where to stay, eat, and go for popular destinations across Europe and around the world at santorinidave.com and across this YouTube channel. Thanks for watching.